Hey everyone, and welcome back to Malkiv Mayhem. It's been a while since I've last posted my videos, and I think I've gotten everything ironed out on the technical end. Now, while I was gone, y'all gave me 2,000 plus page views and a few good comments to keep me going, to keep me encouraged, to get everything worked out here. So I thank y'all so very much for that. Also, I've joined Malevolent, and I'd like to give a big shout out to all those guys over there, including the Guildmaster Zod. Hey everybody. Now, this week's episode is going to be a little bit more based on teamwork. There's still going to be a few solo kills at the very end of the video, but for the majority, I'm going to be going over some tips of how to get stuff done in Hutball. I'm also going to be showing some great team play videos, so stick around for that. And as always, you could skip ahead to the footage that you want to by clicking the time link directly below in the description section. Now, with that, let's get on to our first tip. Use your grapple in situations where the ball carrier is trying to get away from you. It's a real efficient method of bringing them back. Make sure that whenever you're assisting your own ball carrier, to use your flamethrower as a snare whenever you can. Whenever you've got the ball yourself, make sure to save your cooldowns, especially hydraulic override and your freedom. Be aggressive whenever you're attacking somebody. Work through and in and out of their hitbox. The only time you really have to kite anybody is whenever you're going up against like a Sentinel, a Marauder, Juggernaut, or a Guardian. Otherwise, be aggressive. This fight against Aislinn started pretty normal. I was just using my normal abilities, just getting some DPS down, just wanted to make sure that Aislinn was feeling some heat, and also trying to keep interrupts and stuns. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of interrupting the stuff that's real big, and I'm letting the little stuff get through, the stuff that really doesn't matter. But just whenever I'm about to finish the job, all of a sudden I started getting attacked by a Sage. Then all of a sudden it's a Guardian as well. Now they're all three teaming up against me. Well, as I was mentioning, this week's theme is kind of about teamwork. Well, my buddies, my team here, didn't leave me hanging out to dry. In fact, they immediately jumped in once they saw that I was locked down on the heels and trying to do some damage. And eventually we all got in. Now, the first person to go down is actually the Guardian, and the second person is Aislinn, and then finally we get the Sage. Our base had just been captured by the opposite team. And so what we went ahead and did is we all moved as a single unit forwards, and I was the first to really get into the front of the people, but this was a good thing for me because it gave me early access to a healer, and so that's what I did. Is I just stayed with Justice. I made sure that she was down, and then I moved around and I kind of looked for other high priority targets. Valen was still up, which is a healer, but I didn't feel that she was being a big enough of a threat. My whole thing was to try to keep people away from the nodes, that way our guys could try to cap little by little. What I was doing really is just picking high priority targets, putting DPS down on top of them, and then also assisting teammates whenever possible. Because the big thing that makes this kind of maneuver work is everybody working together. If you have a bunch of people that are off doing their own thing and nobody working towards a common goal, you'll often end up falling short even though you might have the player advantage. So just make sure that you've got your priority targets in order and then help focus down. Here in this one, I was actually trying to get a cap with Vlas, and Vlas went in with stealth on, so it gave the illusion that I was the only one coming for an ink, and the guy probably didn't even call incoming until after Vlas had already knocked him off the top of the node, and at that point it was already too late. He was already going to die. So that is a good lesson. Always call an ink even if you think that you have it, because you might be surprised. And as you see here, we were able to very easily overwhelm him, take him down, and cap the base. And now it's up to us to defend that node. And here we see Bane try to get into the mix, and while Bane is trying to kill us, all we're trying to do is watch, move the camera around, make sure that nobody else is going to try to ninja the node. Whenever it's a 2 versus 1 scenario, you don't have to so much worry about the incoming damage as you have to worry about somebody trying to ninja the node. Now at this point, we've got 3 people there for a second, killed Bane, and now we've got 2 other people here. If you want to consolidate your DPS, focus one target down at a time. That will give you the best chance. And here, as you can see with Run Amok, I was able to take Run Amok out very easily just by using the sustained DPS that Powertechs have. In the same game, Gloss and I are charged with defending this node. As soon as I see these guys come out, I immediately call Ink. Now, it's very important to call incoming, like I had mentioned just earlier, because you don't know how many people are going to end up being there. And it actually was Gloss and I just trying to hold down the base for a moment against 4 other players. Now, Gloss has a lot of damage mitigation, and I have a lot of sustained DPS. It worked out really well for us, and we were able to take down every single target with relative ease on this. My first solo kill of the episode is against Court, who's a mercenary, and as I've described in videos before, mercenaries have a particularly tough time against Powertech, since Powertechs have a couple stuns, they have a really good interrupt that they can spec into, and they also have really good sustained DPS. You pretty much just shut down a mercenary, as you see here, just using your basic variety skills that you get with Powertech. And this last fight against Talavera here, she's a sorceress and was really good at planting stuns and also kiting. But unfortunately, that didn't save her a lot of room for damage mitigation, and also didn't save her a lot of room for doing damage herself. She mostly just tried to avoid me as opposed to standing up and just fighting me. And you can see right here, I get her down pretty low. She gets me with a really good stun, is able to heal herself a little bit. Then once the Sorks, once they throw that bubble up, it takes a little bit of damage to get it back off of them. And as you can see right here, that's what I'm working at. And eventually I get the bubble off and I get her down. And that concludes this week's episode. I hope you all have enjoyed yourself. As always, feel free to leave questions and comments below here. Now, if there's anything you'd like to see more of or hear less about, just let me know. I'm always up for new ideas as well. So with that, I'm going to say peace. This is Malkiv Mayhem, and I am out of here.